Hello, and welcome to episode motherfucking 20 of Talking Snacks, a gaming podcast. I'm joined by a new face today. You haven't been on this one yet, have you?
Yeah. I've been on episode like 2 or 3, I think. Oh,
man, feels like forever ago.
Talking about the continuation of, the ending of Fortnite. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
The ending.
That was also, if I'm not mistaken, I had a whole bunch of switch ports.
Switching up the ports.
Yeah. We started talking about the Game Boy Advance and stuff. So.
Well, Colby's making a return today.
Hello, everybody. It's me again.
And, as always, the mainstay, Mr. Cuff himself.
Yep. I'm over here.
Who wants to kick off the week? How's your week been? Colby, go.
Lots of Resident Evil Remake. I may as well been playing that game again, trying to 100% it, but I've just been doing that.
Just as solid as just Resident Evil 2.
That all day long. Oh, and there's also not really video gamey, but there's been new World of Warcraft stuff. They released a new patch. It's supposed to be the final patch of the time,
For its newest expansion, maybe, or
yeah, it's the final patch before they just kick off a new expansion.
Do we have a release date for the new expansion?
How rapid do they pump out expansions for World of Warcraft?
Well, lately it's been
wasn't it Shadow? It's not Shadow, is it?
Shadowlands is going to be the new one.
Oh, so that one's not out yet.
No.
Okay. Never
See, that's the thing. They released the trailer for the next expansion before this one was even on its last thing.
Yeah, I thought Shadow. What do you call it? Shadowlands?
Shadowlands
was already out.
No, not yet. But no, it's every 2 years they kind of
get good firm content refresh.
Yeah, that's about when they did it.
I guess Final Fantasy's about on that schedule too, right?
Yeah, I think it's about right.
I feel like you have to hate that as a World of Warcraft fan. Anytime you talk about World of Warcraft, all I ever bring it up is, Final Fantasy's similar, but...
No, people do it in game, too. It's you'll have people that be in and out. It's I came back from Final Fantasy, I wanted to play WoW again, and then they'd leave, be I got friends playing Final Fantasy. It's just, they're the biggest right now,
How do people do 2 MMOs?
I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't even do classic WoW, and that's the same...
That's the one that I was gonna... Since I had a PC, I was I never got to do it.
That's a time crunch.
It's just... You can't do both, optimally. It's bad.
Yeah, I was cleaning up the other day, and I found notes for a Savage or something.
Oh,
for Final Fantasy.
Shadowbringers, right?
Yeah. It was
Was it the Titania fight?
No, it was another one. Swords of the Immaculate. Is that what it was called? Pretty Boy.
Oh, the Angel guy. Yeah, that one's harder than Titania, actually. I think.
Yeah, a lot of DPS checks.
Yeah.
If you don't do them, everybody dies. Well, Cuff, what's your week?
Well, week's been all right. We breezed through the first week of school, no problem. In terms of games, I took a break from Death Stranding because I got burnt out on it.
You beat it though.
I beat it.
So you're just cleaning up the trophy list, or?
Yeah, I took a break from going to back and cleaning up the trophy list. So I picked up Yakuza 6 actually.
Oh,
yeah. I was
been fun.
I was browsing. Actually, it was the day after the last podcast we did. We talked about Orange Blood, and I was like, oh man, I'm hyped for that. It's not on PS4 stores because, reasons. PC,
I think we've seen a bit of some reasons.
PC releases are just racist like that, they don't just whatever. So I was like, well, damn, I kind of wanted to play a new game, so I checked the PlayStation Store, and Yakuza 6 was on sale for it was $15 or something. That's still a relatively new game. And so I was like, I've always been kind of interested in playing the Yakuza games, and, what better time than now, I guess, right? It's on sale and everything. Picked it up. Fucking love it. That is a near perfect game.
It's 50 games in one game.
Dude, there's so much. It's so much in it.
I don't know the timeline of any of those.
I don't either.
Oh, okay. And I'll just take this for what I say it is. Is it a more anime Grand Theft Auto?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It's like Grand Theft Auto if it were only an action movie, with cliches and stuff all the time.
Is it the one that had the cocaine problem thing in it? One of the developers was doing cocaine, so they canceled the game's release or something until they patched him out. He was a voice actor. I don't know if you know about that.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but it might have inspired a lot of the stuff that goes down in that game, because that game is just 100% energy all the time. It's funny because you're never just fighting one person. You'll just randomly get street encounters where you're fighting 15 people. and you can just use anything as a weapon. And the bike is like the best weapon in the game, so you can just pick up a bicycle.
The bicycle. I don't know why. I
You
guess
can just
maybe
beat
it was
people with bicycles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can grab like just random objects laying around like street cones and stuff, and even they have their own combos and stuff. The game is nuts, dog. Like
It has
every facet of that game has like some other thing that goes with it. It's ridiculous.
Just think of like any activity you could do in real life, and it's like in the game. Karaoke, video game arcades in the video game.
It's made by Sega, and it's in we looked it up last night, but I can't remember the name of it. But the area one of the areas that the game takes place in is actually based off of an area in Tokyo, and they have like actual like in-game recreations of those areas. And one of them is like a Club Sega arcade place, and you can just straight up play Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah, in
like,
Yakuza 6.
Yeah, like some other 1980s arcade Sega games. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I walked in. Were you doing the karaoke? I walked in and I was like, what are you playing? He's like, Yakuza. I was like,
yeah.
What? You're playing karaoke?
But just to give you an example, you can manage an entire baseball team and play baseball. There's darts. There's cabaret clubs. There's a plethora of side missions and side stories and everything.
I think it's just like a more detailed version of Grand Theft Auto.
Well, it's Grand Theft Auto, except that Grand Theft Auto was like a beat 'em up, and set in Japan, because there's no gunplay in the game. It's just you beat the shit out of people, right? And the story is flawless. I love it. It's really emotional, really anime-esque, very just.
Did you watch one of those like before you play videos to catch yourself up on story at all, or nope? Just jumped into it.
Just jumped into it.
Nice.
I mean, it does a pretty good job of like telling you where it's at. I didn't know that the guy that you play as, Kazuma, is he's the one that's been in all the previous Yakuza games. I thought they changed each game, but I guess this is like his last entry or whatever into the franchise. But no, it picks up where 5 left off, and he got sent to prison for doing something, and then he gets out of prison, and that's kind of where the game takes place at. And I mean, I don't want to get into it too much for like spoilers' sake, but I'm loving it, absolutely loving it.
That game is actually Yakuza approved, because I looked up a video about some people like explaining, like they're like, oh, the developers showed it to actual Yakuza members, see what they thought, and they were like, yeah, the game is actually really good. They didn't like his shirt though, like he wears like a white suit and like a burgundy shirt.
Oh yeah, he's
with,
almost got like the Tommy Vercetti get up going on, like with the collar opened up like this and popped and everything.
But they were like, yeah, other than the shirt, it's a good game.
Weird tangent though, where my obsession with platinuming games and everything. I guess where I've looked up so many guides related to Yakuza on YouTube, I had a recommended thing the other day. It wasn't the game Yakuza, but it was a Yakuza video. It was actually pretty cool. These guys got out of the Yakuza and wanted to open up their own udon shop, like restaurant. Because apparently in Japan, like if you have any kind of criminal record, you're basically done when it comes to like the hiring process. So they got together, and like their family was like nice enough to support them and provide support and everything, show them the ropes of like actually working a job, because most of them haven't even worked jobs. They were literally just crime syndicate their whole life. And they opened up their own shop and everything, and like people came, they were handing out flyers and everything. At one point, one of the guy's brothers showed up, and he was all really cold at first. He was like, well, I don't know, he'll probably just go back to his crime if this doesn't work out. But then he like sat and talked with him for a minute and was like, okay, as long as he can stay on this path, I think there might be hope for him. And then the guy's brother, the one that was in the Yakuza, was like getting all emotional, like, man, don't know how much this means to me. And I was like, damn, man, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
God knows what they did before him.
There's no telling.
I guess.
How's your week been, though, Doc?
Yeah, my week has been pretty much the same. I'm not gonna talk anymore about Sea of Thieves. I've been streaming it a lot, obviously.
You got raided.
Yeah. Other than that, work and stuff. I was gonna bring up the raid, and give a quick little shout out to the raid group, Brute 2. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his name, but he raided me with a bunch of his little followers and invited me to a Discord, and I'm kind of hopping in there trying to learn everybody and branch out, I guess, network network with the with a streaming community and see if I can get some viewers and all that good jazz.
Just missing that one milestone before you can get the affiliate.
Yep. Just missing just average viewer count.
You can do it.
It seems like a large thing, but all I do, I just come home and I just stream games, and people like Sea of Thieves because people hop in there like, man, I love this game, and they just sit there for a minute, not even say anything.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I know I've told you multiple times at this point, but like, it just looks so slow to me.
It is. It's just it's one of them time-consuming things. But apart from the rating, I actually I actually hit 100 followers on the little content on my creator page on Facebook, which is where I post a lot of these. So
Good job.
Hopefully, if
Give me a little golf clap.
thank you.
Triple digits.
So hopefully, if you're out there, because I post this to the page, thank you for clicking this. I know I've sponsored it, so you've probably seen it through that or many fucking Twitter links that I post. I try promoting everywhere. But yeah, thank all you new guys. Hopefully we keep you entertained with our about hour and a half long podcasts on a weekly basis.
About the average.
Yeah. So another thing I want to bring up is you could probably hear some sounds in the other room. We're actually going to start recording on Tuesdays now, so the podcast will be up, I guess, later on a Tuesday, if not Wednesday morning. We have conflicting schedules with other people that live in the house. They like to watch TV. There's a show.
Good way to word it.
Yeah, they have a show they like to watch. It comes on every Monday, which is normally why it's so late in the...
And the show just runs for about 6 hours, apparently.
But that's why every Monday it takes us till like midnight to actually get the podcast done and start uploaded, because we try to wait for the TV to be cut off and everything's silenced. But as of right now, it's 10:48 on a Monday and TV's just as loud as ever. And yeah, anyway. So yeah, we're going to be moving to a new time, I guess. Look for us Wednesday morning. Wednesday about fucking 1 in the morning. It's normally when everything gets done.
Starting next week.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a pretty cool week for me as far as the content and me trying to be more regular on the stream side of things.
And other news for this week, we start up a Let's Play of Orange Blood.
I gotta see how that's gonna work.
I don't like the sound of that.
What do you mean?
I don't like the sound of that.
Well, we got a lot of footage done yesterday.
About 2 hours worth or something?
Yeah, it was probably two or so hours. Being new to the whole situation, I gotta figure out how exactly to splice it and do all that good things. Where's a good stop and start for each?
Just go watch your boy Markiplier and see how he edits his videos.
Well, he has somebody else edit his videos for him.
Yeah, we're not Big Dick Dudley with all the money.
He doesn't, typically, I haven't watched Markiplier in a while, but usually he's on that spectrum of just the entire game. He just plays through the entire game, even if it means like 15 parts, like a 15-part Let's Play.
Does he have like an outro for every video, or does it just...
Yeah. When I remember when he was playing Resident Evil 2, he would play up to like hype points, kinda, and then it would kind of stop there. So like sort of, like first boss, first fight.
When it came with what we played yesterday, we were new to the game, so a lot of troubleshooting was a thing. We had to go to Walmart, get a fucking headphone splitter. We tried to make it look official. Couldn't get the game to run in fucking full screen mode. Turns out the game doesn't have a actual full screen mode. So I had to record it with the taskbar hidden, and it has the...
We can crop that out.
Editing. But so yeah, maybe you won't see that. But there was a lot of little issues, and so other than the fact that I didn't know how to do the outros, should we have segmented it while we played? We did it the first time for the first 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah, I was like, okay, and then so I'll either we'll figure it out. That's why I said we'll see how it goes. If I don't like it, then we'll move on. We'll try something else.
That's all up to your discretion. Depends on how you want to edit it.
And also, now that we kind of know how that works, it'll be easier, I think, next time or anything else we try. So we got the splitter and had the whole setup. Man, it would have been better if it would have ran in full screen mode. Everything would have just been flawless. I couldn't even get OBS to pick it up in a fucking window, if that means anything to anybody.
I think it's just you that knows what that is. What
normally,
for.
Is that like an on-screen capture thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Normally it can just detect a certain window and it will only pick that window up. But when I did Orange Blood through that, it literally just black screened it. It just would not do it. It was like capture specific window, only Orange Blood, and then black screen. So I was like, I don't know what to fucking do here, and I wanted to at least get some footage done. So I was just like, fuck it, hide the taskbar, let's go. And
we got a good amount of footage though. We got like up to like the first boss, and then a little bit after that, and then we kind of called it for the night because it was getting late. So
crazy game.
Good amount to work with. I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. I'm a little biased.
Yeah, you like the art.
The pixel art, I mean,
The
you
music,
got to
the
admit,
music is the best.
You got to
honestly.
admit the pixel art is pretty good. It's pretty sexy, especially on the it's like an overworld, like the world map, I guess. They just have those sunlight filters, everything is all movie, the pixel art, everything's moving constantly, and the characters are, everybody in the game talks thuggish, Ebonics, so like that, I'm sold on that. And the music, like you said, fantastic. Got some like Doom beats going on, like MF Doom, mid-90s.
Yeah, some
era
old school.
soundtrack,
There's some
with
Compton,
the little
West
synthy,
Coast vibes.
Like those staple synth sounds, like.
Are you sponsoring this game or something?
No, I wish.
I might as well.
Yeah.
I'm almost excited as that guy that got that MacBook Pro in that one video. Remember that?
Yeah.
That dude was.
Hit us up, Apple. We'll tell them anything in a video. You can send me a.
I would
Was it
take
$53,000 Mac? Yeah. So we'll see how the whole orange blood thing goes. I was lukewarm to it. It was okay. I liked it at first, but the pacing was fucking random.
Oh, the story makes no sense.
Yeah.
I will say that.
And that was kind of hard to keep a hold of. And then
that and the audio gets a little stale sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Just randomly, like there was a few times we seen where like we'd be in a dungeon, or I guess whatever the dungeon equivalent of that game would be, and the audio would just cut out.
Yeah.
Like there would be no background music, and it would just be awkward because characters would be talking with like scrolling text or whatever, and then there was like no sound to back it up or anything, so it was literally just.
You'd hear their guns
dead air.
reload, and you would watch their turn-based animations make sounds, and then one enemy randomly would trigger some fantastic music for no reason. And I don't know. That's why I say that.
This is the test.
Yeah, that's why it's not on anything else yet, because you can get away with that shit on PC. People are like, man, this shit's trash. No one gives a fuck.
Well, it might get patched,
Yeah, it probably will, and then by the time it's all nice and pretty and everything works great, they'll port it to Switch and everything else. So.
Well, I hope so. I'd like to give that game a proper playthrough.
Yeah. Another thing that was happening during this week: smooth transitions.
Nice.
Average games done quick. Awesome games done.
Awesome games done quick.
What did I say? Average.
Amazing games.
Amazing. You can just fill it in.
Yeah.
People that don't know what it is.
Astronomical games done quick.
Astronauts done quickly ran. I don't know.
Asshole gamers do quickness.
2020.
2020.
I watched a couple of things from that. I know we watched. Was trying to wait out the sound in the other room by watching. What was that? Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Done it in an hour and 33 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Not
good.
bad. His run was pretty. I've seen Resident Evil 4 speedrun before, and it was pretty much like what he did last time I seen it. I like to wait until it's over with, and then go back and watch whatever games, have it up in like some background of view or whatever. I used to follow it religiously. Every time like GDQ would roll around, that's all I would watch like all week long. But it's just it takes a lot of time. Just sit there and watch it constantly.
Yeah, I'll pop into a couple videos. Like I said, I watched that one. I watched Wind Waker. I don't know, the other day. Just still
it's
amazing.
It's a fun one to watch.
It's just watching people's dedications to, let's say this the best way possible, but not pointless ass shit. It's really so fucking pointless to smack a wall 300 times just to realize, holy shit, I can run at 1,000,000 miles an hour if I smack it right here.
If I hit this at this particular frame with this item equipped, the game just bugs the fuck out.
Yeah. And the guy spent, in Wind Waker, he spent 10 minutes, it felt like, just smacking his controller back and forth while pausing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it somehow just made him gain speed, and then he unpaused the game, and Link, without a boat, just flew across half the map. And he landed on one island, did a thing, did it again. He picked up the Wind Waker, and then he did it again, landed on a little boat that had those goblins. And once he met the goblins, their only instinct is to throw you in the fortress. So he's in the
which is
middle of
where-
the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
and he met up with a goblin, and just because their only thing when you don't have a sword in your inventory is to capture you, so it teleported him
That's like
a
one of the
quarter of the
first-
way through the game into a dungeon. So that was just wild. It was fucking 15 minutes, and he's
Yeah, those speedrunners, they are a dedicated bunch, no doubt. I got nothing but respect for them for being
I
able
couldn't do it. I couldn't imagine being like an hour and a half into
If
a
you had
run.
to, if you had to speedrun one game, though, what would you
Cat
pick?
in the Hat we were talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cat in the Hat.
for real, though.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know what.
What's a game that you... Animal Crossing?
I thought about that. I was just thinking about
How
that.
do you
But
speedrun it?
First to free the debt. There you go.
Yeah.
This is a
First
20
to
hour
go out.
20-hour speedrun of Animal Crossing. Any debt percent?
get all the suits, like all the collections of
There you go. All the
Furniture.
fish. All the
Oh,
fish.
suit per category.
100% fish
This
run.
is 100% fish category.
They'd have to capture just the GameCube because I'd have to like speed the clock up internally. That way I can switch it to summer. And then get
There you go. We're gonna do a time manip here.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably pick like RE4 or something like that. That I would just.
That didn't seem too bad, especially when you watch it like that and they explain every little detail.
Yeah, I like the games that when it comes to the speed runs and stuff, they always everything's got RNG. I like to watch the runs that don't involve RNG more so. You know what I mean?
And they just know 100% that
Yeah,
they got
like
it.
like Bloodborne and Dark Souls runs are fun to watch because like there's not a lot of RNG involved with them aside from like what moves the enemies or bosses are gonna do. It's just literally.
But even then, it's still like most of the time 50-50, right?
Yeah.
It's like we watched one last night. We was in the spirit of it. It was like I'm gonna smack his legs 3 times each, and then
we
he's
watched the Jesus Here's Toast.
the second-
It was like,
Bloodborne.
and then he's either gonna lunge at me or he's gonna hit me with his chin, and then obviously he just fucking
Yep.
like chin smacked him, and he was like, now he's gonna fall back, and I'm gonna be able to bust his limbs up again, and he won't be able to move.
Get
And
the
then,
stagger off, and yeah.
and then it's like, all right, anybody that watches that will be like, well, that looked easy, and then you hand just a normal person the controller and be like, do what he just did,
Nope.
right now,
Yeah.
and you won't because you got to know the rhythms and the timings and every little detail about it. So
Yeah, so like just me, like by preference, I like the skill based runs more so than the. We gotta hope we get lucky here. If we don't, we gotta quit out and then do it again, and quit out, and you know what I mean, like the ones that just eat up.
go
time.
home, practice, come over here, we'll hook the stream up, and we'll
Yeah, okay.
see what you can do.
What would you speed run?
I actually thought about this before. When I first thought about it, I said Devil May Cry, but that's only because at that point in time I was playing Devil May Cry 1 and 3 like every day for months.
You want speed run 2? Probably.
Guys, I figured out the title for this.
There's a second one.
Awesome games delayed quick.
There you
Hey,
go.
Ah!
there you go.
Coming up in the
You'll-
news.
You'll get that later. But yeah, either Devil May Cry. Right now, I could probably do an honest run through of Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. Really, probably not as good as Jesus, but you know.
I mean, come on now.
I mean, he's dedicates his time to that. But I could probably run through that game pretty quick.
When I was working on platinuming,
I mean, if it has to be a game, I don't want to steal your thing, but I think I've probably played through Resident Evil 4 more than any other game. Just
yeah,
because,
that's why I said that one.
I mean, because I played on GameCube, PS2, Wii,
Xbox 360,
PS3.
PlayStation 4.
so yeah, I don't know.
Anything that's been ported to, I've probably played and beat Resident Evil 4 on it, aside from like the Wii or the PC. So
Wii version, best version. Let's go.
nope.
Probably not for speedrunning.
I've only played the Wii version like a few times.
Didn't you love it with the reload and the aiming
I
and
don't
the
know.
sound effect coming out of the controller?
I was so used to the GameCube that it was weird to me.
I'm so used to the Wii one that playing anything else now does not feel good.
That's
It is weird.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I liked that. The reload. It was awesome. I'm doing hand motions. I love when we do that.
Yeah, right.
We're explaining things to each other, just doing wild hand motions like they can see it.
Use your imagination, listeners.
I flicked my hand. I was Wii remoting. You know, vague motions. Yeah. So let's just dive right into the news, considering I kind of hinted at it. Every goddamn game is getting delayed.
Yes.
Everything good. But
All
that's
the,
good.
All the major releases. Everything that was set to come out, what, March, April?
But now it's going to give us time to play those ones that were scarily next to, like, Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy. You know, now I'll have time to water my plants in Animal Crossing. But, I had this list in a particular order and I fucked it up, but it doesn't matter. But Final Fantasy VII got delayed till April. I think it was supposed to have a March release date, right?
I believe so.
Yep, so it was going to come out around the same time as Animal Crossing and Doom.
Still waiting on that demo. Not the jailbroken one, the actual demo. Whenever that.
Yeah. I think, what we talked about that last week?
It was either last week or the week before, I
And
believe.
I don't know if any of our viewers found this, and if you did, while just listening, I am so sorry. Apparently, episode 18
Had an
went
audio,
rogue,
had
man.
an audio glitch or something.
I don't know where it was, but somewhere throughout it, it just started audio screeching, and I didn't catch it. I don't know what happened, and it got uploaded, and yep, that happened. So I'm sorry for your ears.
You're a terrible editor.
We most of the time we listen to them. We listen to the start of it and make sure everything sounds good.
I usually listen to them like literally the day after, but I guess that one just slipped through the cracks.
Except that one time.
Yeah, the one time
most of the time, because we have to put the end music on it, and we normally line it up, so it had to happen after the render process.
Yeah, it was probably a rendering issue or something. Something got corrupted, which, welcome to the editing life.
That's why, yeah, need to make sure we save these Audacity copies. Not just put them all into a Resolve file.
Honestly, I'm not upset about the delaying of like certain games like Final Fantasy VII.
I'm not either, to be honest.
Yeah, because like if there's a good reason for it that they're delaying it, you know, they know that people are going to be upset about it, you know, initially. But you know, you have to think like, well, they're delaying it just to make sure that it's as good as it can possibly be.
Well, this game has had its own troubles originally, because I think Square Enix handed it off to somebody, and after like a year or so of development, Square Enix actually went in-house to that development team and was like, no.
I thought that was 15 they did that too.
No, it was 7. And they just stripped rights, started the game over. And so now here we are with this. And now they're pushing it back, so...
That's weird you say that, because that's basically what happened to Devil May Cry 2 back in the day when they were doing that thing.
Is that the bad word?
That's the bad one.
Okay, because I heard him say, oh god.
If I remember correctly, when they handed it off to someone else, when the original like guy that was responsible for Devil May Cry like looked at the progress, they had like the stinger attack, and that was it. So that's all that they had. So he was
I'm
like,
not very familiar with it.
And they had like a deadline coming up or
yeah,
something.
and it was like they had to get the game done within the year, I think. So that's why the game kind of sucks a little bit.
So they handed it off to somebody, and they did a shit job. And by the time they caught it, they were like, well, we just got to bite the bullet and just get something out, I guess. And
well, alongside of Final Fantasy VII, they also delayed the Avengers game, because I think Square Enix is also working on that. I really do not care about that game.
None of this bothers me. Game delays happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, now everyone's talking about the crunch again.
Well, Kingdom Hearts 3 got delayed, like fucking 9 times?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Let's talk about Final Fantasy 15 again.
Like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, again, another...
It's supposed to come out on the PS3, I think.
So, yeah, I mean, delays are a thing where it just happens now. It's nothing special.
Well, like, 15 started as
13
versus 13,
yeah.
which was being made in, like, 2005 or something, right? And that game didn't come out until 2017, 2018. Finally, you know.
Final Fantasy 15? I think it came out...
2016?
Dude, I don't know. I think it was 16.
Yeah.
No.
I was working at Wellspring, I remember.
Okay, 2016 then.
Well, I mean, I could be wrong.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to remember when I played. I know there was one winter where like that's all I played. I think I got it for Christmas. So I don't know. My memory's shit anyway, so
yeah.
Whatever. Good
So
game. Good game. Got the platinum on it. So
good on you.
Took a while.
Does anyone honestly care about the Avengers game from Square Enix?
Not particularly.
I think they missed their window.
I haven't really seen too much of it, but
they waited for all the movies to be done, and now they got a game coming out about it. I feel like that should have been more, I don't know, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Would have been more hype if they could have got it done and out before Endgame. Because now all the hype's done. It is what it is. So just that last minute.
Kind of missed the hype window on that one.
Yeah. It was somewhere in there was like, you know what, this is pretty popular now. We should do this. I was like, well, turnaround time's like at least 2 years. We could still do it. And now here we are. And like, no one cares about Avengers, really.
Should have made it to where if you wanted to see Endgame, you had to play that
There
game
you go.
first.
Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's credits afterwards.
Oh, speaking of that, what'd you bring up earlier? Final Fantasy 13 Versus or something?
Versus 13, whatever it was called, yeah.
Yes.
There's a spoiler alert for Kingdom Hearts 3 incoming. If you don't want to hear that, there's a secret trailer you can get in Kingdom Hearts 3 at the end if you like. 100% the game or do a certain objectives or something, where after you beat the game, it shows like a little, what do you call it, like a Marvel end credit scene of like Sora.
Trademarked Marvel.
Yeah, that's their shtick of Sora and Riku like in some weird like city setting, and they have like some Final Fantasy ass looking characters in there. So I don't know if they're. I don't know if they're. What is that?
Remember, they got the DLC. Is that DLC out yet? Reminded.
It's getting closer, but it's not out yet. I don't think.
It's
So I don't know. I don't know if
like
that's a
Remind.
That's a hint towards some maybe 13 verses will be a thing, or
You know they've been doing those like after credits.
yeah, I know.
I mean, for like
Marvel's fucking.
I know.
But they've been killing it with it.
That's their shtick.
I remember at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, they showed like the people in the armor with the Keyblades.
Oh yeah.
And you were like, I thought that Sora and Roxas
Yeah,
were like the
didn't-
only ones.
That shit didn't make no sense.
The
When you
only
beat that,
one.
They're the only ones with Keyblades.
it's like an army of just fallen Keyblades,
Yeah.
right, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
that
a
was
field.
that was explained in the mobile game, man. Come on, don't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot
They're,
about
they're literally shooting Keyblades at each other. Like,
Yep.
like they're just
expendable.
yeah, just like it's a
I
field.
gotta reload. Throw me
a Keyblade.
some Orichalcum pluses, bro. So you can shit like that.
Boy, that hit close to home.
Jesus.
Had to farm for that to get. Oof.
Yeah, I remember I did that for one of them, I think. Just keeping with the Avengers thing, no one knew this was a thing. Just news that I so happened to stumble upon. I do remember it got announced. PlayStation VR exclusive Iron Man also got delayed. Once again,
Oh no.
once again, missing that hype window. You know,
Yeah.
why are people still trying to push Avengers? I know there's comic book fans all the time, but you're missing the masses once the movies have came and gone.
Yeah. Once the like hype dies down, like it's.
But don't you want to be Iron Man?
It
Where did
sounds
they get,
cool.
Did they get Robert Downey Jr.
No.
to do the voice? Oh,
Why would they? How would they afford that?
it's Disney.
They might be able to now, because I don't know if you heard the Doctor Doolittle or just Doolittle.
Is that out?
No, but apparently it's bombing. It's like
What, according to critics?
money wise. So
Oh. Well, that movie does look expensive.
yeah, so they're not getting their return back on that, and that's probably gonna. I don't know.
Well,
He might
that's-
change his mind. He might go back to Iron Man now and be like, oh shit, I
That's
can't
what
talk to
happens.
animals. Let me put the suit back on. I
That's
don't
what
know.
happens when your entire goddamn movies are green screens like they do nowadays. Like, fuck. Pay your
Why don't they
pay,
make the animals actually talk?
pay,
Come on.
pay your fucking CG artists and editors.
Do it like
a
they used
livable
to.
wage.
Just take a little bit of peanut butter, grab the lion.
Yeah, have their
spread,
What,
spread
Have
some
them-
peanut butter in the lion's mouth.
they could do what's that movie with the gorilla that has like the speech device on and she's like doing hand signs and every time she does a hand sign it like speaks.
Was
I
that
don't know.
Coco the monkey?
Well, yeah, but that was real life.
That was real life.
But in the movie, it was like
Mighty Joe Young.
I don't remember what that's called. I'm gonna have to Google that later.
King Kong.
King Kong.
We're close to King
War
Kong
for
versus
battle-
Godzilla.
War-
Godzilla.
That's gonna be.
How are they gonna do that?
War for Battle of the
CGI.
Planet of the Apes.
No, I mean how is that gonna work in terms of paddling?
I don't know.
Because
But-
Godzilla now has been confirmed to be like a walking atomic bomb that just goes on.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, King Kong, lost to 3 dinosaurs.
I mean, he's got some maneuverability on Godzilla.
Yeah,
That's
Godzilla's a little stiff.
Yeah,
But
he's
if
big,
you guys,
chunky.
who side was you? You want Godzilla or King
Oh,
Kong?
Godzilla
Godzilla.
would win.
Yeah,
that.
I won't get. Yeah, I don't care
Man.
about King Kong. He's
I mean,
cool and all, but when
yeah.
you put him up against Godzilla,
Yeah, I don't see how he wins that in any regard.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, other than
he
his
could-
speed and
he
his.
could crawl up his ass. And...
No, that's Ant-Man. That's
That's
That's probably why they delayed the.
all up in his stinky.
Yeah.
Probably why they delayed the Square Enix game. The big ones for the delays of. This is a rough week for games, I guess, really. There's a lot of games people were looking forward to. The big ones for 2020. Cyberpunk got delayed till fucking September. That's a good pushback.
So, yeah, that's a pretty big one. Again, that's,
Yeah.
whatever.
I felt like it was a little soon. I know we talked about this last night while we were doing the Let's Play or whatever. It's a couple of months, because what was it? It was supposed to be March too, right?
Yeah.
Or was it March or April? Just polish, I guess, man. You gotta
I
get
guess-
Keanu
yeah,
Reeves
I
to have a
guess so.
couple more dialogue
Yeah,
options.
he just came off of John Wick 3, so he's like, okay, I'm in a different setting now. I gotta do this.
got
So-
a method act. He's
You
got to
want-
be. He's got to go live in 2077
He needs
for a
to
while.
make sure the game is amazing.
Yeah, he's got it. I want this game to be your breathtaking.
Yeah. Dying Light 2. I think that was. I read that today. So, bam. That's good. That's good news. That's good recent shit.
Nice.
I like when I'm able to do that. I love Dying Light 1. Never played it after it had its overhaul. Did you guys ever play that game?
No.
Dying Light 1, and then it had like an expansion that apparently just revamped the whole game, and everyone loved that. But I like just the fucking base game. I thought it was really cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because there's a lot of games that have Dying and Light in their name. So, is Dying Light the game where you play as like the dude in Central Park or something in New York, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You're just like a first person.
Oh, it's first. Okay.
Yeah, it's first person parkour. Think a little bit of like Dead Rising. You can pick up about anything and kind of make some weird objects out of it, but it's first person parkour. You have like a skill tree. You do perks and stuff to.
Where you fight the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's made by the same people that did Dead Island, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna even
All right.
claim to know.
All right. I know what game you're talking about now.
Oh, it's another game that got delayed. Dead Island 2 has been delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
That game is never coming out.
So, who do you voodoo now?
Yeah. who do
We'll
you
never
know?
know. Dead Island 2.
The game was janky.
It's on hiatus. It's a very janky game. No doubt. Fun to play.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Only with friends. I played it like maybe an hour.
I know.
I played local. I think it had local co-op, right?
I don't know, but
I remember just boxing gloves and knives or some stupid shit.
we played it online, and it was one of those games that was just so broken it was fun to
Yeah.
just to play. You know what I mean? Like kind of watching a bad movie and just talking shitting on it. But yeah, it was something.
I remember the trailer for that game. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
the
girl
girl.
going backwards.
That was the first one, right? Wasn't the second one?
They didn't even. Well, did they have a trailer for this?
Yeah, the second one was the guy running down the street with the headphones on, wasn't it?
I don't know that one.
Yeah. He
That
was
was-
wearing like the exercise shorts
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
And like everything in front of him was okay, but as he like ran by everything, just explosions were catching up to him, and he just had headphones on, so nothing was happening. People just getting little, kind of like the first one, but
yeah,
a
it
little
was
more
the second one.
comedic.
I don't know, but I do remember that.
That was fucking 10 years ago at this point.
That-
fucking forever.
That first Dead Island like cinematic trailer was a
Played in
master.
reverse.
Oh yeah.
A
it was
master.
great.
That was a masterpiece of a trailer, and then the game comes out, and it's like, hoodoo, you voodoo, bitch, shit. Smack these zombies
I
with
used
the
to
oars.
play for the damn champions, man.
Walk around throwing knives with force powers.
Punching
Man, this
zombies.
sounds great. I might could pick that up. I mean, this excites me a little bit, not a lot. I'm not gonna get my stream rated again. You know, not quite that excited.
All right.
You like that?
Oh yeah, you were so excited for that rating.
I didn't want to be just the cliche. I didn't want.
Oh, I'm being rated. Okay. It's like you just did a bunch of Quaaludes or something.
Quaalude.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the appreciate it.
I reacted appropriately.
He was internally happy.
Yeah, I didn't want to scream, but I
We'll
was.
show Colby the footage after this and you'll see what he thinks. Then.
All right. Horizon Zero Dawn is. These are rumors. Kind of just came across my everything Facebook timeline, Twitter, got passed around a bunch. So Horizon Zero Dawn possibly coming to PC. I don't see a problem with it. It's had its PlayStation exclusivity for a while. Let it do its own thing. I like that game. Did you play it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you beat it?
Yeah. Did you?
We don't talk about me beating games. How many times are we gotta bring this up? I feel like I made it a lot of the way through the game.
That was the last Barely Average podcast.
Was that the
we
last
did.
one?
Yeah. Me, you, and Graham did, what was it? A Breath of the Horizon or something. What the fuck? I don't remember the name of the title of that video.
Cheesy.
But Horizon Zero Dawn came out the same week as...
Broadening the Horizons.
Broadening the Horizons. There you go. Yeah. Came out the same week as the Switch, I believe it was.
Breath of the Wild, at least, yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that game. It was pretty cool. I don't think I 100% in it, though. Maybe I did. I don't remember. No, I definitely didn't. Did I? No.
I don't know. Did you?
No, I don't have the platinum.
Some of it, some of the storyline a little bit cheesy, especially Aloy in her younger years was just a lot of cheese, man. So much, just
Good source of calcium.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
When she got the little device or whatever, and she was able to... It was just... Her father talking to her made me cringe. I don't know why. It was just that bad to me.
All right.
That's the game about the robot animals, right?
It is.
Yes.
That's the only thing I know about it. Is it has robot animals.
No,
It's fun combat and stuff.
It goes pretty deep,
Yeah.
actually, if you actually play the game.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Order 1886 sequel, possibly coming to PS5 and Xbox X Series, Series X, whatever they want to call that shit. I rented that from a Redbox after it got just mediocre reviews all around the board.
How was it?
Mediocre.
Nice.
A lot of cutscenes.
Okay.
Yep. It was
Yeah,
one
I
of those.
remember Yahtzee shitting on that game, the zero punctuation guy.
Yeah.
When it came out, he was just like,
Like the first
doing his
hour
Yahtzee
of the
thing.
game is almost like QuickTime events,
Oh, nice.
where you're your character's fucked up and you're dragging yourself to get outside, and then there's all kinds of shit happening, and the werewolves show up, or it was rough, but it had that following. People that actually played it a lot and beat it. They always wanted it to have its at least second chance. So this is just a rumor as well. So I hope it gets its light.
Can I go on a tangent real quick?
Absolutely.
Not to disregard what you just said, because I haven't played.
That was right next to the mic.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I realized that about halfway through. I was like,
Remember
what
I crushed a can like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? But bringing up the Yahtzee thing, like I said, he shit on this game when it came out.
He shits on a lot of games.
He shits on just about every game. But I watched one of his videos that came up like on my recommended maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was a Silent Hill 2 review. Because that's like his go-to
Yep. He
comparison
made
thing.
me play. Remember this? This wasn't that long ago.
I mean, maybe, but...
I watched that, and then I was on a horror kick for some fucking reason, and then you walked in, and I was playing, I'm pretty sure it was Silent Hill 2 on the 360 in the living room.
Yeah. But,
And you were like, what the hell is this? Why are you doing
the reason I bring it up is like he shits on just about 90% of the games that come out nowadays.
But that game was good.
But he did a video on Silent Hill 2. It's one of his older ones, and he just has nothing but praise for that game. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, you go back and play it. It's not sunshine and
garbage.
rainbows.
It's awful. The controls are awful. The camera's awful. The puzzles are awful. Everything about that game is...
The puzzles aren't that bad.
What?
What? What's so bad about them?
Yeah.
You use a horseshoe on a candle and a doll to open up a trap door? What the fuck? What?
They're
You have to
puzzles.
think outside the box.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It's like being in the mind of Hideo Kojima.
All right, so puzzles aside, it still has tank controls. The combat's terrible. Everything's stuttery and janky and just fucking.
There's only like one sound effect for everything. So
yeah,
when you're
so-
walking on a soggy carpet, and apparently every carpet in that game is soggy.
Yeah.
It's just the same. It's not like an alternating squish pattern. It's just.
It rains.
Yeah.
Aside from that, the story is just fucking ludicrous. Like, what about that game is good?
Well, it has tension, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that make it good? I don't know.
Is it better than Homecoming?
I actually kind of liked Homecoming, but I'm probably just gonna get.
Would you stick your hand in a random ass hole when there's fog and random crazy ass?
Well, you have
things?
to get the key to go unlock the box to get the doll hair to dip into the bathroom drain to get the key to the fucking next area or whatever the hell. So
Is that real? Is that?
that's facts.
That's facts. That's nice.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
To get the doll hair to dip into the sink. Man,
Silent Hill puzzles for you.
that's pretty good.
Makes me just want to sit back and eat pizza.
How can you just sit there and eat
And eat
pizza?
pizza. If anybody makes fun of me, I'll kill them.
You don't understand, man. It's the town.
No, I get that. It's cool. That's
It does
that.
that.
The atmosphere and everything is phenomenal. That's the one thing Silent Hill's got going on for it.
It has
aside-
a lot of atmosphere.
Yeah, but aside from that, that game was shit, dog.
I tried to play it, but
That's what I did too. When they released it on
goddamn, I could not do some of the puzzles.
You can, man. Shit.
I was like, you were
How
like,
would
just look
anybody-
it up, just look it up, and I'm like, no.
How anybody beat that game without like game facts or a walkthrough is like beyond me.
Yeah, Silent Hill games, man. That's why they canceled the latest one.
Yeah, well, my point being, like, it's just one of those games that people herald as like one of the greatest games of all time, but it's everything about it's shit.
Well, back then it might have been something.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's chalk it up to nostalgia glasses
Yeah.
all over again. That's,
Yeah.
yeah, full circle.
That's a thing.
I guess
You
so.
could probably pick a game from your childhood that you like to go back
But
and
that's
play it.
shitty though. Like it's like
That he
you
still
ba-
holds on to his
you
childhood
you
opinion.
base your modern game reviews off of a game that came out in what, like 2001 or something.
Yeah, probably. I don't know,
So like,
2002.
what? Time to move on past that. You know?
My favorite game is still Metal Arms Glitch in the System.
Is it really?
No. Wyatt, if you listen to this, that was a
That's
nod.
a solid game.
That's
That's a good game.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while, actually.
Had to give a shout out to Wyatt. That was his,
Bro, that game was about something.
that was his favorite shit back in the day.
Pretty good game.
It was dope. You, like
No-
shoot up the robots and
Yeah.
their parts would be like dangling from them and shit.
I had that, and I had a game action replay with it, so that was always fun.
It's no snood, mind you, but you know.
Nothing's ever gonna capture the brilliance of old school Atari Pong ever again.
No.
Nothing can even hold a candle.
No,
to
the
it.
Magnavox Odyssey, bro. Like, look, let's talk about
You
it.
see, because that made the other games, so obviously it's the best.
Look, Oregon Trail is the pinnacle of storytelling.
Look,
and,
NASA made it to space. That computer they used was astronomical.
yeah, there you go.
That that was rough, and I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. I guess the last piece of news we have before we jump into what we care about is NDP, which we tried to figure out who the fuck this is. And apparently it's a collection of data from a couple different sources. But there's a list of the best-selling games for the decade. And,
2 decades.
well, yeah, I guess we can cover both of them. And we figured that would be a nice little mention. So let's jump back in time to 2000. And,
What a simple decade that was.
I don't even remember things from then now.
Well, yeah.
This will be from 2000 to 2009. Top ranked motherfucking Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
It's a good game.
This is by sales, right?
Yeah, this
Just
is money.
however.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me, though. Because Guitar Hero blew up.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone had, like, you'd go to anybody's house, they had Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I still
I
remember.
remember looking down on, like, go over to people's houses, and this is making me just like a piece of shit. But when I go to their house, and we all had 360s and stuff, and they'd be like, yeah, I got Guitar Hero. And they'd break out the PS2 and put in Legends of Rock, and you're like, the fuck is this shit?
Guitar Hero 2, Ride or Die, baby.
Yeah, we actually picked up Clone Hero, a couple of weeks ago, and
Yeah, we did do
we
that.
dabbled in it a bit.
You got any crazy ones on there?
Oh, we did Kirby. Aesop Rocks. Hey,
Play
Okay.
Dance Gavin Dance song I have on there. Don't do it. It's not fun.
Which one?
I don't even remember.
Any
which
of
one.
them, honestly, they were
Well,
all
the one
pretty rough.
wasn't that bad. I can't remember. It was something off
Trying to think, we
Downtown
had,
Mountain.
Oh, we did try City Escape. That's a fucking rough song.
Yeah, it loops.
Yeah,
It's you don't just play it once, you have to play it twice.
not only that, but it does the triplet notes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking triplet chord things. But no, I remember the first time I seen Guitar Hero was actually at Wyatt's old house.
Yeah, that's the
On,
same. I think Jake brought it over when I seen
it was
the
either
first time.
it was either Jake or Wyatt had it. It was the first one, I believe. It was on the PS2, and I don't remember what songs they played on. I was just like, fucking mind was blown. Like, holy shit, this is ridiculous. And then Guitar Hero 2 came out, and that was a wrap. After that, Rock Band, everybody had that shit in their house.
Some people still do.
Yeah, it was like,
Still a nice party game.
The
Really is.
the controller still holds out. Like,
The Guitar Hero controller.
Yeah, the Guitar
We don't
Hero
ever
controller.
talk about the Rock Band controller under this roof.
the Guitar Hero controller is still, like, the one that we have at least still functions after, what, like a decade and a half?
you gotta be. I don't know when Guitar Hero 2 came out, but
Probably like
that White
2006.
Explorer controller, baby.
That was
Fantastic.
good times. That was actually after the initial release, I believe, because that was the 360 version.
Yeah, the 360 version came with the White Explorer. Yeah. And I used that thing so damn much. Like, I took that shit with me everywhere I went. Going to Chris's house for some Rock Band, bring the Explorer.
Yeah.
Going to Jake's house for some Rock Band, bring the Explorer.
I like how I think the Guitar Hero worked for Rock Band, but Rock Band didn't work for Guitar Hero. That was always silly to me.
That was kind of silly, but we don't talk about the Rock Band guitar because that was just
It was just
a
awful.
piece of
It's
garbage.
not sasatisfying.
It,
as
it
much
didn't
as
have a
the-
click. It was a mush.
Yeah, you literally just guess when you strum. It's like I don't know what.
It was a mushy little
Yeah.
Yeah,
flimmy
there's-
button thing.
There's no feedback on it. Like,
Yeah. I know that real
But
guitars
it had
don't
the
click.
it had this thing.
yeah, it had the things at the
The
bottom.
solo-y,
I don't really know.
little higher notes.
I know that real guitars don't click when you strum them, of course, but The click is fun.
For,
Yeah.
for a gameplay implementation, the Guitar Hero thing,
Bring back
absolutely need
bring
that.
back the click.
Click-a-gate.
Click gate.
Um,
God damn it.
some of these are just wild. Like, this says Fit, and I'm assuming it's Wii Fit.
Yeah, but we talked about this last time. That's kind of a cheating thing.
I think so, because there
Yeah.
was a peripheral involved in it, and
I mean, they came
the
with,
Wii was
that came
just-
with the Wii, right?
no.
No.
Oh,
But the Wii
Sports.
just sold to everybody. I mean, it counts. If it counts, it's on the fucking list, I guess. But
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
everybody and their fucking grandma had a Wii. So a lot of people, not for gaming purposes, just for, in-house exercising or whatever, you want to swing fucking Wii remote. So Wii Fit, I guess, is on here. Rock Band is number 3.
No surprise.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That was the era, man.
Yep.
Wii Play bundled with the Wii remote. It was a $50 game that came with a $40
Holy
game.
shit! It was $40.
But it came with a Wii remote that were $50 at the time. So basically, you got a free game.
How much was the Wii's initial cost? Was it $250?
I can't remember. I know I waited outside at a Kmart for my Wii. First one didn't work. Went back, got the last one.
Arcade Mart?
Yep.
Wow.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Surprised they did a release or a
Yeah.
midnight release thing for that.
I was behind the old white lady.
Shout out to you, old white lady, if you hear this.
Yep. I don't know. Anyway, Guitar Hero 5. I mean, Guitar Hero World Tour. That was 4, right? Nope. Yeah, that's 4.
I don't know because
yeah.
after 3 they did
They started naming
Metallica
them. Yeah.
and I think there was a Green Day one.
Beatles.
So, yes, that was rock.
Aerosmith.
That was Rock Band.
Oh.
They did have a Guitar Hero Aerosmith. I actually had that one.
That's rank 5, by the way.
Yeah,
World
that's
Tour.
what fucked me up, I think. Number 6, we get into the Call of Duties. Modern Warfare 2. Number 7 was Modern Warfare. Which one had no Russian? That was 2, right?
That was
That was
yeah,
2.
that was 2. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All the controversy.
The infamous
Yeah.
controversial level.
I feel like people bought it because of that. You know, it's like, oh wow, is this the game?
Well, that ended up on the news and everything.
Yeah.
And that's also where I think we started learning what toxic multiplayer lobbies were.
Oh God, yeah. That
That's when things got really rough just in a
'cause
chat
that was,
lobby.
That was still pre party chat days. So you wanted to talk to your teammates, you had to suffer through the squealing 12-year-old and the guy beating
that
his
plays,
wife
and the guy
was
playing music and doing everything. There's a blender running with a fork in it.
Yeah.
You know.
muted many a people back in those days.
Mario Kart Wii brings up the 8th slot. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas holding strong at 9. That's pretty good. I think,
Yeah,
I
you
think
know.
that should be higher
Well,
in my mind. But when you get
Well,
to
those first
peripherals
yeah,
and gimmicks,
those,
so
yeah,
everybody,
those first 8 you mentioned, yeah, that's kind of a wide appeal.
yeah. Call of Duty World at War brought up the 10. I don't know about
I don't
that.
even remember that one.
That was the first one that
That
had
was,
zombies.
Yeah, that was
That was the first one that had zombies. You would imagine
that the first one that Treyarch did.
I don't know if Treyarch did that one, but
I'm pretty sure. I think that was the Treyarch one because remember they would switch each year.
yeah.
Remember they were like
Sledgehammer got
like-
the
like
Modern
Activision.
Warfare, yeah.
yeah, Activision would do. Well, I mean they were all Activision, but yeah, they would have the
Treyarch, yeah. Treyarch was the Black Ops.
the Black Ops and World of War, and then they would flip flop each year between the releases or whatever. So
But I figured the first one had zombies, so that's why it's
Yeah.
weird to be that low, I think.
Kino der Toten.
Yeah, I think it only had like one map, and you had to download the
That was a
rest.
rough map. Yeah, that map.
Small, nothing in it, yeah. Guitar Hero 2 brings up 11. Number 12, Rock Band 2. And sports games. Sports games are always going to be on a fucking best-selling list all the time, every day. Madden 07 for number 13. 14, Halo 3. I had a lot of fun with that shit back in the day.
I figured it would have been higher up on the list, but it was only on one platform. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that limited it. But Forge mode,
oh god,
yeah,
yeah, dude,
had a blast with that shit. I think I actually skipped school. I didn't even own a 360, but Hunter Hill was actually having like a day, a Halo 3 day.
Shout out to you, Hunter.
Yeah, and I skipped school, went to his house, and everybody that had a 360 had fucking Halo 3, like 3 flat screens, all this. And HD was kind of new then, too.
Oh
to
yeah,
us.
the fucking 720p, baby.
Yeah, man,
Woo!
we were all excited. I was like, God damn, this looks so good. How the fuck? I'm still at home with my little, I don't know what the fuck I got. I don't think I had a 360 for a while.
That was my day one console. Well, not day one, but that was my
They were
first one.
expensive. That's when things started getting high for
Pricey.
the, yeah.
That's
You
when
get
they went
a little
to,
old, and your parents are like, "Man, come on, we can't just be dropping
yeah, I don't know if you-
$300 on your ass on Christmas." You know?
I don't know if you remember, but that's when like the Xbox PS2 days, games were about what, $50. Then you jump to the next generation, PS3, 360, and that's when they jumped up to like $60.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
thought they were always just universally about $50-$60.
But anyway,
the PS3 launch was kind of infamous for being like really, really pricey for the console.
Well, that's because they had to put every little motherfucking thing in it.
Yeah,
For no reason.
which is funny because PS3 like had a lot of problems initially, just like in terms of performance. Like I feel like most people just thought that Xbox 360 was just better.
Yeah.
but suck my dick because we've got God of War 3.
Actually,
this good old YouTube video about the fucking console wars.
Yeah. Is that how to save
But then
how,
I got the RROD.
how to kill a brand?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then they had the 360 one too. I don't remember what that one was called. They were both fun.
Red Ring of Fire. I remember that
I
one.
don't know.
But,
I got a lot of Halo 3 memories. Me and Jake went ham on that fucking Forge mode, and there was always a running joke between us because like we would spend hours making like crazy ass Forge maps, and then we would just hit up Jesse and be like, Jesse, see if this map works, because he was just fucking notorious for being able to like weasel out of every fucking nook and cranny, spawn camping, sniper spot. Like it was wild. Anyway, it's an inside joke thing.
Yeah.
So.
I remember I met like a whole... That was like my first online experience. That's when I first got online. I got Halo 3, I got a 360. And I met my whole first online crew. I remember their names, Demon Sniper God and Moonlight. I used to have their fucking phone numbers, and it was like right at the end of middle school, I think. Maybe into high school. I was driving... I was what do you call it? Driver's ed.
Yeah.
And one of my dudes called me while I was doing the driver's ed thing. I was in the back seat. It was Demon Sniper God. He was like, "Yo, Bunny, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing the driver's ed test, man." And then Dante, we went to school with him.
Bryant?
Yeah.
Shout out to Dante Bryant.
No, Don Trey.
Oh, Don Trey. Okay.
Yeah. He was like, who was that? I was like, it's one of my Xbox Live friends, man. He called me, wanted me to play some Halo. He was like, what? You have people online that have your phone number? I was like, man, we play all the time.
This is a community.
Yeah.
No, one of my greatest Halo 3 memories was, like I said, it was before Party Chat. People get competitive with their Halo. You know what I mean? And so, I remember one time, it was me, Justin, and like, maybe two other people, maybe one of our friends was playing with us or whatever. And we had a close fucking match on one of the maps. And after the game ended, it put you back into like the after game lobby or whatever. And you could just fucking feel the tension through the headset. It was like, hey, yeah, good games, guys. Good game. It was close. Yeah, good game. And I don't know why I did it, but I was just like, I gotta break this tension. And I was just like, suck my dick. Y'all got fucking destroyed. Bro, that shit, that lobby just turned into a
Just noise.
shouting, man. Yeah. Just, man, what are you talking about?
We gotta put a noise warning on this.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
Let's see. Another Madden. What was that? Madden 08 wraps up 15. 16, Vice City.
That's your boy, isn't that favorite game, right?
Oh, Scott the Waz?
Yeah.
Madden 08? I think so. See, 08 or 09. I
No.
can't remember. He makes his own memes.
One
you
of them.
ever watch Scott the Waz?
No.
Oh, damn. Vice City, number 16.
Good game.
Madden 09, 17. Halo 2, 18. GTA 4, 19. And Madden 06, I guess, is what that is. Number 20.
GTA 4 is that low?
I want to tell you guys, when you're reading a list like that, and there's numbers before a title with a number in it,
Well, you could have made the picture a little bigger, first of all.
I don't know why it's so small.
I figured.
I could have just done that.
There you go.
There we go. Look at that. Bam.
I
But
figured,
it was still-
I figured GTA 4 would have been higher up than that. That's wild to me.
Don't worry, they fixed it with the next decade.
I know.
I feel like that's when parents started to learn what Grand Theft Auto was. And
Oh, man, after Manhunt.
And they were
I
like,
don't know.
we're not going to let you buy that game. It has an M on it.
I got Manhunt for Christmas when I was way too young to ever
To
see
be
such
playing
shit.
Manhunt.
I remember I hooked my PS2 up on Christmas Day while everyone was doing the Christmas dinner, and I was like, look! smacked his brains and watched like the residuals just fall off the bat and the wall. And they were like, "Is this the game we just got you?" Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Sure
It is.
is.
Thank you.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing.
Threw away the receipt.
Do you remember? You remember Zach, right? Our cousin,
Yeah, yeah.
Zach Copper.
Yeah.
Do you remember Zach Copper?
Yeah.
I went to the beach with his family one time. They had a timeshare, and he brought his 360 with him. And this must have been 8th grade or 9th grade one. I brought Tenchu Z with me to play on his 360. That's Tenchu Z?
It's ninja stealth game.
The Tenchu games, you know, where you sneak around, you assassinate people, the targets.
I think I
and
know what it is, but I've never played him.
Yeah, well, it's a bloody game. Very bloody, brutal game. Not only that, but I just got my If album from Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Oh yeah, so you were.
So we were sitting in the living room of this timeshare with Zach's family around, his grandma even, listening to Mindless Self-Indulgence while like slitting people's throats on Tenchu Z and blood just flying out.
Is that is Z the Xbox one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, I remember his grandma at one point was just like, "What is going on?
This is too much.
This is just, that's got to be culture shock, you know?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, still,
This
if
isn't.
you go back and listen to even that album, it's a bit of its own.
Yeah,
it's
time to punch your lights out and you're slitting throats. It's like, damn.
But that's not really shocking list, I don't think.
Should we start from the bottom for?
Yeah, I thought about that about halfway through. I felt like this was a weird.
I mean, yeah, 2000, 2009. Yeah.
Well,
So-
go ahead and guess what the number one is for this decade or this past decade.
Well, if you know anything about games, you'll probably be able to guess what like the first 10 are for this one. You want to do it backwards?
Yeah, I'll do it backwards. Anybody else want to read them?
At the 20 spot, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2015.
How the fuck did that make it?
I don't know.
Hype, I guess.
People
The
are
new
like,
Star Wars
"Ooh."
movies were happening, and
I guess so.
yeah, so
I can see that.
That came out in 2015.
yeah,
The pay to win one.
that was the second one.
Yeah, there's Battlefront 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that everybody got mad with.
The first one, everybody got mad because there wasn't a lot of content. The second one, everyone got mad about because it had like loot boxes that
Okay,
had
all right.
the pay to win stuff in
That's
them.
the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
19 is Breath of the Wild. I haven't played it, but
Seems like it should be higher, but I guess it only
Yeah.
came out like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So there's
I
that.
guess they compete with all the other games.
18 is Destiny. I guess just one.
The first one.
Destiny 2 is not even on the list, which is kind of surprising to me, but whatever. I put my time in on Destiny. Loot and shoot, baby.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Destiny 2 was what, 2018?
Yes.
So it only had a year to even try to make this list.
Okay, well, good point there.
Same thing with Breath of the Wild. Damn, that's pretty good for Breath of the Wild then. So like, it didn't have long either.
And it was only on one console as well, so. Anyway, 17 and 16 are both Battlefield. Battlefield 4 and 1.
4, GOAT, best Battlefield.
4 is the best one out of all of them, I think, aside from Bad Company 2. Bad Company 2 is near and dear to my heart, and Jake's, I believe. But, yeah, 4 is very solid. I don't like that they got rid of the customization and just shit from.
Yeah, it seems like they went backwards with the games.
A
Not
little
only
bit.
did the numbers just stop making sense, they took away all of what made the game fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I know going back in time we were going to be losing things, but I didn't think we'd actually be losing
Everything.
everything. Like, didn't feel like there was a lot of guns in Battlefield 1.
I mean, not only that, there was no customization whatsoever. You literally just pick a class and that's it.
Yeah, like 3 guns
Yeah,
per
like
class.
Battlefield 4, you had like what?
Every gun, most classes,
Every
and
fucking
everyone
modern,
had like their...
every modern day gun you can think of. So like, if you play assault, you have like fucking 30 assault rifles to choose from, each with like their own recoil.
But everybody could choose
sticks
DMRs and shotguns, so that was cool. That way,
yeah,
medics had what? I don't know.
the assault class had the. That was the medic class. Yeah, assault.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, defibs and health boxes and shit. They switched it up in Battlefield 1. Assault became the tank busters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we at? 15, Infinite Warfare. Hated it.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's not Advanced Warfare. Never mind. I liked Advanced Warfare. We'll see that here in a second.
Maybe I've got it mixed up. Infinite Warfare was the space one, right?
The newest one that wasn't Black Ops, yeah.
Regardless. Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
14 is Mario Kart 8. I'm trash at it.
I played it a few times. It's pretty.
Mario Kart needs an overhaul. I don't know. It's a weird thing to say, but it's the same game all the time. They just add like a new mechanic to it, and they just expect it.
That's every Nintendo game ever. But
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
13 is Skyrim. I figured that would have been higher up, honestly, now that I'm looking at it.
Well, it came out in 2011.
Well,
It sure did.
Yep, 11/11/11, I think, was that release date.
Actually, I think you're right.
Yep.
I remember it came out a little after or Dark Souls, and it was the only thing stopping Dark Souls from becoming Game of the Year.
Yep. I'm still salty about that, but can't change time. Since then, it has gone to release on just about goddamn every platform you can think of. So, pick up your local Skyrim from EB Games. 12 and wait, where are we at?
12. Modern
Is that
Warfare
12?
2019.
Yeah. 12 and 11, both Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2019, and Advanced Warfare.
I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2019. Played it on PC. It's fun. I don't religiously play it. Hop on it. Do a little deathmatch every now and then. Hardcore domination.
Is Shane still playing on
My Discord peoples just invited me and rated my thing. They've been playing it. I watched them play a little bit today.
it? Nice.
Yep. Advanced
tried it.
Warfare.
I tried it a little bit on the PC. I don't like Call of Duty on PC, but that's just a controller peripheral thing. Advanced Warfare, I don't think I played that one.
That was the one with the jetpacks, the wall running, and the tethers.
I did play that one. I hated it.
I loved that shit. I thought zombies was fun in that game. I thought the death matches was fun in that game. It was different for Call of Duty, and everyone hated it. Like, the Call of Duty does the same thing every year. And then, bam, everybody has jetpacks and can wall run and do crazy space shit. And then they're like, I don't like this game. And I was very confused with the whole statement. Call of Duty does the same thing. They did something different. Fucking hate it. Don't try it.
I mean, yeah, that's
Well,
just,
people are gonna say that.
Yeah.
you know.
that's just the contrarian thing, right? No, I don't like this game. Everybody likes
Yeah,
this
for
game.
20 years now, no one's liked Call of Duty. But guess fucking what?
Yeah.
Boy, they make lists. They make money.
At number 10, we have Minecraft, which, again, I figured would have been higher up on the list, because I figured every living, breathing human at this point has bought and played Minecraft. But then, 9 and 8, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, Call of Duty, World War 2. I didn't play Black Ops, or no, I'm sorry, that's Black Ops 4, I'm sorry. And then World War 2. I played the World War 2 one on the Xbox a little bit. Meh.
It just feels like rehashed World at War.
Or
It's
Call of
better.
Duty, or Call of Duty 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I didn't play Black Ops 4. I think that one got a lot of praise, actually.
Yeah, that one was fun. It had the blackout mode.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The battle royale. So, streamers like to stream that.
Absolutely. Any kind of battle royale will get you some views.
I see a lot of, what's his name? Dr. Disrespect. He plays
Asshole.
a lot of that.
Yeah, he is a garbage human being. Maybe I shouldn't say that. His
No.
persona is a garbage human being.
No, we could call it that. I hope it gets around to him. That way,
The-
any publicity is good publicity.
There you go.
fuck Dr. Disrespect. You heard it here first, folks. No.
No, I'm sure he's a good person, but his persona that he puts on for stream is...
I love watching his little, he has like persona breaks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he's just like totally not himself because he's got that douchebag thing going on. But when he does break, it's just like weird
No,
to
I've seen-
see behind. Yeah.
I've seen a few of them, like where he plays a lot of Apex Legends, and like there was one where he was doing his whole Dr. Disrespect thing. This guy can what? And then like I guess his wife brought their daughter in, and like sat her down on his lap, and he was like, "Hey, baby, it's just- what the fuck?" At number 7, I have Red Dead Redemption 2. Good game, solid. Should have won Game of the Year,
I
but
feel-
that shot, that didn't have long either. That was the ass into 2018, and it's already at number 7 at the decade. That's crazy.
I feel like 7 is a good spot for it. You know?
yeah, I mean, especially considering.
It only had 2 years.
Yeah.
And then literally from 6 to 2, it's every other Call of Duty that we didn't mention. Black Ops 1, 2, 3, Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts. Yeah.
Black Ops, by the way, is number 2. So it's
Yes,
second.
the first Black Ops was is number 2. And then the other ones are just...
People were hyped about that Fortunate Son, right?
that was the Vietnam one, yep. You're right.
So-
Ghosts was the last Call of Duty game I played for a good minute.
That's the one that made me laugh and want to play Battlefield.
Okay.
Because it had, they started calling it Levolution.
The Battlefield
I
thing?
think, no. That was the Call of Duty thing.
Call of Duty had Levolutions?
I think so. They called it a certain thing, but only like 2 pieces of the map would fall. I remember like one map had a telephone pole that would fall over and break a building.
That was it?
Yeah.
Fucking.
And they called it like dynamic map something, and I think Battlefield had Levolution.
Oh yeah, Battlefield 4. I mean, their Levolutions went fucking hard. Like,
you blow up everything.
you flood a whole map from a dam. Like, what the?
It took forever to do that. Granted.
I mean, yeah, sure, but I mean, it was cool to.
Yeah.
Still cool to see.
All those little Easter eggs in Battlefield 4 were awesome.
And then at the number 1 spot, probably no surprise at all, Grand Theft Auto 5, which is still alive and kicking today.
Yep.
Believe it or not. Fucking what, like 7 years later, 8 years later, something like that?
I guess so. I feel like, yeah.
Because it initially came out on PS3 360 and then got
I want to say
re-released.
like 2010. It had to have been 2010 because consoles launched when? No. Probably 2012 then. Yeah, because consoles launched the 2013.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out after Skyrim. Because 2011 I remember because of Skyrim and, you know, Dark Souls.
Uncharted 3.
And the Joker hologram at the Game Awards or whatever that was at the end of the year. They had like a Joker Arkham Knight something hologram. And it was supposed to be like super cool, but it didn't move or anything. It was just like, look.
Oh, look what we can do.
It's like, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Anyway,
Yeah.
Skyrim. Skyrim wins.
Yeah, but you can still walk into your local Walmart and I guarantee you Grand Theft Auto 5 will still be $50 or $60.
Yep.
Even though it's like probably 8 years old at least at this point. So.
Now, something I want to bring up about this list.
Uh-huh. This is just game sales, by the way. I don't know if we brought that up. I don't remember, but...
Yeah, this is just a...
This is not like a ratings or rankings list. This is just in total sales.
Where the money was at. How many of these titles are Activision titles?
At least half of them. I mean, Call of Duty alone literally just makes up...
So you think Guitar Hero...
Damn, that was it. That is Activision. Yeah.
Yep, Destiny.
Not the first one. Destiny was Bungie, the first one.
They didn't have them. They didn't merge with them yet.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong about that.
No, I'm pretty sure that was 343. Isn't that what it is?
No, Bungie
done
moved.
Destiny.
Yeah, Bungie moved from Halo 2 to Destiny. I don't know if Activision had any part of Destiny. I might be wrong on that, but I know they played a big role in Destiny 2 up until they split.
I just thought it was crazy. As we was reading them off, I was like, God damn.
Just Activision has got their hands on all the pockets.
And, yeah, makes sense. I think the 2010 to 2019 makes a lot more sense than the 2000s. But, peripherals and gimmicks happened during then. It's all kind of died down. Guitar Hero killed itself, and the Wii killed motion control and peripheral gaming, I think, for the most part. Except for VR, and VR is too expensive for most common men to play. So
it's also funny we don't see any pre Xbox 360 or we have Halo
Sonic,
2.
Well, you got I don't know why I said Sonic. What the fuck?
San
Andreas and Vice City.
Yeah, well, yeah, good point.
No,
And for goddamn, for as far as we know, Madden 09 was probably for the PS1.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, they're all the same game.
The latter end of the PS1.
I'm surprised FIFA or NBA didn't work its way into some of these lists, especially the 2010 to 2019. Cause
Yeah, you would figure FIFA.
Because FIFA's
Wow, is there no sports games on the
FIFA
right
is
side?
big. Yeah, there's no sports games from the 2010 to 2019. That's
Gamers prevailed. We finally did it.
Yeah, we did
Get
it.
these fucking
Get
sports
these-
ball nerds out of here.
pick up a gun instead. Call of Duty, baby.
Oof, I don't know. I didn't say that. But yeah, that was a list. How do you feel about it? Anyway?
That's pretty
I mean,
cut and dry. That's about what I expected, honestly.
it's an accurate reflection of the industry.
And progression, I feel like.
I will
You
say
can watch the rise and fall of...
Oh yeah, it's a timeline.
I will
It's
say
a
that
mark of history.
Yeah, and it makes us... Well, I'm sure you too, yeah. It makes us feel old. This makes me feel old being able to look back at...
doesn't make me feel old as much as
This is almost 20 years of games, man.
Yeah.
And we vividly remember a lot of it.
Well, except the sports games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't play much sports games.
I also don't
See
play
me on
Call of
NBA 2K17 though. My Anthony Davis will wreck your shit. That aside though. The two things that surprised me about this list, I swore Minecraft would have been higher up. And
wasn't Minecraft free in beta phase like forever?
well, Minecraft didn't officially release like post beta, post alpha, whatever patch number, blah blah blah, until like I want to say 2012, maybe 2013.
That's when
Something
I
like-
got it on Xbox. It was like 2012.
And I figured that would have been higher up on the list instead of. I mean, it's at a good middle ground, number 10. But on the first one, 2000 to 2009, I thought GTA 4 would have been higher up.
Yeah, man, that was
Because like
that was
everybody had played GTA 4.
and it was almost a little bit revolutionary at the time because
Oh yeah, man, they went fucking ham on the
Rockstar
business.
always does that shit.
That's when Rockstar started taking off. When they started doing 70-hour work weeks for their employees and shit or whatever. And
I figured Gears of War, in some iteration, would be on the first list. 2000 2009, either 1, 2, or was 3 in the first.
Yeah,
Oddly
three
enough,
would've
there are
been-
no exclusives, are there? Oh, Nintendo, of course.
we got the Halos. Halo 2 and 3 are on there.
On the left side, I mean,
Yeah,
in the 2010s.
Yeah. No, from 2000 2009, Halo 3 and 2 were on there. That's
Yeah,
the only exclusives that weren't. Well, but yeah, aside from Nintendo.
even but the right side is only Nintendo exclusives.
No, it's just Mario Kart
And Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, so
Wow,
I wonder what
funny.
the decade, like I wonder what the 90s, what it would be.
Final Fantasy 7.
Probably. You know, for real.
You owe me a Coke. Yep,
But yeah, there you go.
There
A
that is.
little bit of information.
yep, we tried. I guess now we'll move on to what we care about. Games are starting to release again.
Hey.
Hey, guess what? Don't give a shit about most of them.
Yep, we're doing that thing again. We tried last week, and man, it just felt like we were forcing ourselves a bit to cover games. We did find some interesting titles. Like that's how we found Orange Blood.
Mhm.
You know, if we wouldn't have like actually dove down into that list and looked at a bunch of games, but it still just felt like all for naught, if you will. Just we did it just to do it.
I like it.
Not the blood Orange Blood thing, but I mean the list we did last week.
Oh yeah, no. This week's list is rough. We
But,
tried.
The first thing on the list is a port, but Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, making its way back around.
Shout out.
Yeah, I like that game.
I never played it, but I've heard nothing but good things about that game.
I wouldn't say it's great. It's okay. I played it on Vita, had a blast with it. I played
Remember.
it forever ago on Xbox, but I never owned an original Xbox till later. So I always played it at like someone else's house and was like, oh, man, this is fucking crazy, using fuzzies and weird little yeah.
Slingshotting little
The,
animals around.
Even if the game, like the gameplay is kind of mediocre, you know, whatever. All of the Oddworld games are just about like the world. So like the world, the setting.
Yeah, the lore, the kind of the creativity.
Yeah,
of,
the creativity of all of those.
because it's
things.
one, isn't it like one guy's like vision? I know he has a team, but it's a very small team. But like it was one guy that come up with the concept of like Oddworld,
Yeah, Abe's Odyssey.
and
Was,
he is an asshole. If you don't know, if you ever watch any videos with him, he's very cocky about what he does.
Really like the Seth MacFarlane of
A little
video
bit,
games.
because I heard him do an interview when he was doing an HD remake for Abe's Odyssey. Remember when that happened?
Yeah, it's the PS1 one, right?
Yeah, but he did. There was an HD version of it.
I didn't know that.
But he was like, yeah, all these AAA developers, they don't even know how to do games. Like, we're an indie studio, and we're taking our time and actually doing it. He's like, even with all their people, they don't have the heart and the this. Just, like, playing himself and his team up so much. And he's just seemed like a little bit of salt that his games kind of didn't propel him into the AAA game studio status. I don't know.
Well, he definitely had some unique games. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I watched the video about how they were working on like a kink in Abe's Odyssey or like a sort of like a gameplay mechanic that they kind of accidentally discovered with the little mind control thing that he could do. But he said that they actually have like they had a quintology 5 kind of game storyline plan.
Pentology.
Yeah, after they made Abe's Odyssey.
Thanks, Coheed Cambria.
After they made Abe's Odyssey, the developer or something they were working for was like, you know, wow, that game sold great. We're looking, you know, for a sequel in the next year. And they were like, oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
This game took us like 4 to make. Because, you know, they had to make the technology kind of new for it, too. Because it had like cutscenes would end right when the gameplay would begin. And they had to figure out how to do that, like processing.
Which one was first? Odyssey?
Abe's Odyssey was
and then
first.
Exodus, right?
I don't even know if they have a sequel to Abe's Odyssey, like an honest one.
So Abe's Exodus, wasn't that a sequel?
I don't know. Abe's Odyssey and then Stranger's Wrath are the only ones I know anything about.
They're working.
There was. I'm pretty sure Exodus was a sequel.
I don't know.
And then there was
They were-
Munch's Odyssey.
They were
Was that
listed.
the little dude in the wheelchair?
Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Whoa, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah,
about that one.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was wheelchair bound because he stepped in a little trap.
Right.
Yeah, and he couldn't move around, and Abe saved him, and they had to get out of the little, what was it? I forget what the factory was called.
I don't even know. But I know, like, kind of like the story is that, like, oh, Abe was a slave to the factory, and they were trying to turn him into a drink or something, and he had to escape.
They tried to turn him into a drink.
It was a
What?
pie.
Oh yeah,
They
sorry.
were making Madukan pies.
Yeah, they were.
What?
They were.
Yeah,
making,
they were in the facility, and they were workers for it, and they kept going missing.
They were turning him into food?
Yeah, they were processing them into Madukan pies or some shit like that.
They were making animals.
And that's why the whole.
Okay.
That's why you had to escape.
They were making animals go extinct just to make like products and stuff.
Yep, and that's why Munch was the last one of his kind. Because in the opening cutscene, he's swimming around, he can't find any more of him. And they put out like a little beacon that made his call, and it was a trap. And they picked him up and...
Well, what happened to Abe? Did Abe live?
Yeah, Abe made it through.
Yes.
They stitched his lips because he found out. Remember, he had stitched
Yeah, I
lips?
did the stitch lip thing.
Yeah, because he'd seen him.
So the first game is literally just Abe trying to escape.
Yeah.
By going no.
No.
They gave him multiple endings.
I don't know where Strange.
Did it really?
Yeah, if you saved like over half, you had like a okay ending. If you saved less than half, you got the bad ending. And if you saved them all, you got like the best ending.
Wow. PS1.
Yeah, it's pretty good for
what
a PS1
studio?
game, right?
What studio did that? Was it Idolos?
I don't know. I think they have their own studio. I think they're called their own thing. They only do the Oddworld things.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah.
But I like those funky settings.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know where the Strangers. Is it Strangers?
Wrath, yeah.
I don't know where that fits in. It's probably just like some, other.
But he's a cool Westerner.
Oh yeah.
He uses random.
I like it. Doesn't he like run on all fours?
Yeah,
and
when
stuff?
he starts sprinting,
That's so fucking cool.
you had to, when you were playing on the Vita, I think you had to, in order to start running, you had to rub the back pad. He would
Yeah.
kind of felt good because you're.
He doesn't
Neat.
use a gun. He uses like a crossbow. that
Yeah, then
puts
he
stuff-
loads like you can load like bees or something on it and fuzzies and fire them off. So yeah, that's cool. That's making its rounds back again. This next game we wanted to bring up because we did the list. We looked at all the new games coming out, and this game looked like complete and utter shit. And we wanted to bring it up.
Yep.
It's a game called Dream Ball, and I think it's coming to the Nintendo Switch.
I believe so.
Um,
If you've seen Human Fall Flat, it's kind of the same thing where you just kind of control a blob of a
floppy
person,
human.
a floppy human, and your goal is to score the ball on the other person's goal like a loose version of soccer or
Like,
Rocket League.
yeah, I was gonna say like Rocket League.
Yeah, and
But you're just a flappy human with like giant hands, almost like claw-looking things. And I just want you to take the time to either pause this and go watch it and laugh about it, because man, we had a good time just watching a 2-minute thing.
it's pretty
It was
rough.
like, is this a gameplay or is this a menu? We couldn't tell. And then they actually went into the game, and the game didn't look any better. And I was like, man, I hope this has modes.
Yeah, everything about it looked bad. Graphics, controls, everything. So,
If you want a sloppy floppy Rocket League, I hope you don't pay more than like $5 for that game.
There's the game for you.
I think this is going to be the meat and potatoes, at least for this episode.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah. Tim? Is that how it's...
Sure.
Yes.
Tim? Right?
Sure.
Tim is the lawsuit that Nintendo is about to file against whatever studio that made this game. But it's essentially a PC version of Pokemon. Where,
Is it only PC?
That's what it said. PC.
That was the beta they were playing. Or
I
the
mean, on
alpha.
your Giant Bomb website,
Oh,
that's
really?
what it said. It was PC. But it's essentially,
It's the Pokemon OC.
there you go. That's a good way to put it. It's an MMO version of Pokemon with a little bit more management in it. The person we were watching play it, the lady said you have to manage stamina and stuff more accordingly. Battles.
Seems like it's using more of a like an MP system, maybe kind of akin to like a
RPG.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of having
PP.
power points, if you will, for your moveset. You actually had stamina that would be reduced with each attack, as opposed to each attack having its own stamina bar. So that was unique, but everything else about the game looks exactly like
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Well,
like a Saturday morning, not approved Pokemon.
Oh, there you go.
DeviantArt. Pokemon.
Monster Ranch knockoff of fucking...
Well, the other mechanic that was kind of weird was like the co-op battles. So it was like 2-on-2 instead of just like one trainer versus another trainer.
Yeah,
like
all the battles are doubles from a Pokemon sense. Yeah, that's what they said was. So even if you're playing by yourself, I guess the people you go up against, you throw out 2 Pokemon instead of 1.
I thought the co-op thing was
just
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It wasn't just strictly like that. If you wanted to team up, they said it added an extra difficulty and another element to the game, having 2 and 2s. If you did run co-op, then the opponent would also throw out.
No, I think it was just strictly doubles throughout. I mean, I might be wrong, but
I'm just wondering what the names of the Tims are gonna be.
Yeah. Well,
Pikatim.
Yeah.
let's get into this.
Snortim.
So
Charatim.
it essentially looks exactly like Pokemon. The likeness to most of them are fucking crazy. I don't know how they got away with this. Watching the entire trailer, I was like, how? And we were just coming up with offshoots of that. Oh, look, there's the I don't know, fucking
Pikachu.
Yeah. It was.
There's the Gardevoir knockoff. There's the fucking Dragonite.
But instead of using Pokeballs, you use cards, because I guess you got to be safe somehow.
Yeah. That'll be their one saving grace in the courtroom.
What if Yu-Gi-Oh sues them? You know,
they use cards for monsters.
And
that's
monsters.
Just everybody bands together. Game Freak, Konami, all of them just go to just this little indie developer for Temtem, and they're just sitting there like, I just wanted to make a good game. Please.
I was just inspired ever since I was a child.
But I will be very surprised if Nintendo does not do anything. I don't guess they can, because there's no way it's made it this far.
I mean, yeah, word probably would have gotten around by that point.
Yeah, Nintendo
cease and desisted and whatever.
Nintendo finds ROMs on the ass end of a goddamn website that was made 10 years ago and shuts that shit down. So,
but you best believe, I bet they got their legal department like just
scanning
fucking binoculars on Temtem right now, just like
they better not have a fucking trademark stat in that motherfucking game.
Yeah, right.
Nintendo, they changed that. They found the Fox. Have you seen a Fox in Space? That little animated series that guy was trying to do.
Mm-mm.
It was like,
wow, did they shut that down?
They didn't shut it down, but they forced him to like change the names of every single character. So instead of Fox McCloud, it's like Fox McCloud. So.
Wow, really? He named him after like Star Fox?
Yeah, he did. He did.
No, it was Star Fox characters. So he was literally doing like a Star Fox likeness series, and it's actually pretty good. It's just that he does it all himself, like the music, the animation, everything. So episode 2 is kind of on hold, I guess, like for indefinitely until he can pick it back up.
Never.
But after watching the first episode, I kind of understand because it actually looks really, really fucking good.
Yeah, no, he put some work into that. Like it was a long ass episode too. It was like what?
It's probably
20
like
minutes
15
or something?
minutes or so, yeah. It's like a Adult Swim kind
Damn, I didn't know Nintendo shut that down. That's
Nintendo will find you.
I don't know if they shut it down, but
I have a very particular set of skills.
They definitely sent him like a sort of like a warning, I guess, and they were like, hey, you better change the names of your characters.
That must be the easiest job in the world. What'd you do? I went to school to become a lawyer to work for Nintendo. Anytime we see anything, any likeness of our games, we just send them a cease and desist. And then I get paid.
That's how Kirby got the name. Kirby. It's one of their lawyers. They were fighting like a lawsuit.
Just sucking up all the fun everybody else is having.
Well, they were fighting a lawsuit, and they had a lawyer named Kirby who saved them. And they were like,
Was it
thanks.
Jack Kirby?
No.
Oh, I don't know where I got the name from, but it sounds familiar.
It's a comic book guy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, it is,
Stan
yeah.
Lee's partner who did all
It's
the
also a
drawings.
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Kirby?
Yeah, Kirby brand vacuums.
Wow, I need one of them.
They used to be very expensive. They were like those people that come door to door, like, hey, you need 1,000.
Boy, you need a Kirby in your household.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Homie, I already got Nightmare in Dreamland. What you talking about?
Does your
surprised that's
vacuum
not
cleaner
right.
have 1,500 BTUs? I don't know how they measure vacuum power.
So you mean to tell me I suck up the dirt and it copies it? It's like,
My
I
vacuum.
don't want
This
that.
is a mess. I don't need this in my life. But that's the end of what we care about.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, quick.
What's quick?
Yeah.
What do we do? I know what we do. We bring up topics to the table. This is where you, the listener, can actually bring in, or send in, rather, because none of you guys can make it here. I hope you don't know where I live. Topics to this nice desk that's filled with beer cans and ashes from cigarettes. Little TMI there. This week's question comes from guess who?
Brandon.
No, Joey.
Joey.
Joey always sends in stuff. It's either Joey or Brandon. And we love them for it. More Nintendo Switch Pro news came in from the same leaker that got the names right, that got the light's name and release frame right.
Was it Edward Snowden?
No. But, what do you guys think?
Was that a question?
Basically, this thing still remains... Do you even want it? And does this incentivize you at all?
Are you asking me that?
I know, not you, but we gotta talk, man.
Talk.
No, I'm not getting that at all.
But it seems like it's more likely now, especially with the guy that's this track record is
For the what is this for? The Lite? The Switch
a
Pro?
pro.
That's dumb.
It's going to be $400, rumor, but this guy's supposedly got the Switch Lite's name right, and this is all when Nintendo was saying that same shit. No, we don't have any plans for another kind of console. Nintendo's been saying that forever, and lo and behold, they just one day was like, yeah, we got a Switch Lite.
What's the specs? Do we have specs
It's
yet?
supposed to be able to have increased everything. It's supposed to be able to play 4K.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
bigger cart sizes and all.
Uh-huh.
So you're a doubter.
Yeah, I'm not
You not believe in the rooms,
No.
the rumors, man.
No. That.
Colby, you wasn't here, but Joey's very interested in the whole Switch thing.
No, I remember Joey. He asked us the question, one of the questions while I was there. I think it was like Smash predictions or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, we didn't put the Smash stuff on here. Could have done that.
I'm pretty sure I think that episode he brought up the Pokemon thing.
Oh yeah, the
Pokemon app. What was it Pokemon Masters?
Oh, yeah. God damn.
Yeah.
Poor people. A lot of people make games that
that
just go under the radar.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even have a Switch, so I can't really even. I don't have.
Well,
any
Cuff
interest
has this dream that he wants it for like one game, but he doesn't want to get it for that one game.
What, Smash?
Nah, it was Pokemon.
Oh.
But I'm not about
If
to
I
buy a whole console for Pokemon.
If I were to get it, I'd get it for Smash, and then pray that Ryu Hayabusa
But see,
finally shows
think
up.
if
Well, let's talk about that, actually, real quick. Instead of Ryu Hayabusa, we get another Fire Emblem character. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is this, Mark? The 6th one? What do we got?
I think
No, that's got to be more than 6.
I think the video is like super disliked now too.
We got,
yeah,
hang on.
it's like the most
thumbs
like
down.
mixed reaction.
If you'll indulge me, what do we got? Marth, Lucina, Ike, Crom, Robin, Roy. Who's
He's our
the one?
boy.
Who's the dragon one? Corin. And now we got this new person,
Byleth. Yeah.
Byleth. So we got 8 Fire Emblem people on the roster. That's an 8th of the cast.
One Sonic character.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Why don't they put in
Shadow, Tails, Knuckles. He's a natural fighter. What the fuck?
Why don't they put in the fucking
Shadow would be so easy. He'd be
Mighty.
a clone anyway. He'd be a fucking clone character.
Mighty,
All he'd have...
yeah.
Why don't they put in Mighty?
Who's Mighty? Oh,
Mighty.
the fucking bee?
Mighty the armadillo or
Oh.
whatever the fuck.
Who's the bee? What's the bee's
It's
name?
Charmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, put her in too. Fuck her, him. I don't know.
It.
Put in the bee.
Put in Big the cat.
Hell yeah,
Hell
Brody!
You know
He
his voice-
beats people with a frog. Him and Animal Crossing Villager, they just go fishing together.
You know,
God
he's,
damn, those side missions were fucking rough.
They were terrible.
you know he's voiced by Duke Nukem,
Wow.
Big the Cat.
I told Roger the other day that Sean Schimmel voiced
Rolf.
Oh yeah, Goku.
Yep.
That's wild. I don't know if I believe that. But I want to bring this Switch thing
Don't
up
know
one
if you-
time.
don't know if
One
you-
more time.
You don't know if you believe it. It's
That's
facts.
just wild.
We must go further beyond that, boy.
What if your Switch could actually play everything that you can play on your home consoles, like, flawlessly, and you can carry it around? Say it is that, remember the Alienware that
Yeah.
we've seen? Say it's that. Would that be
I'd
any more?
be more interested in that than the Switch thing.
But what if the new Switch Pro is that?
Well, I can play my PlayStation games and shit.
Well, not, obviously not your PlayStation games, but you can play the same games on it with the same level of quality, take it with you.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'd be a little bit more interested. But I'm not going to buy an entire console thing, especially a $400 one for, like, what, 2 or 3 games maybe? So, all right, that's where I lay. at the.
4K Pokemon. Everything would have to get updated.
It's not gonna be fucking 4K. Just don't even kid yourself with that. Really?
That's what the article said. He sent me a link to the article. I read it.
There's no fucking way. No.
Well, we're living in a world of virtual reality games where you can spawn raining flaming cats that play the maracas.
I don't know what game that is. What game is that?
It's just VR, anything.
Oh, okay.
Anything VR is crazy. I think 4K. 4K seems achievable. I think we can put a man on the moon.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see Nintendo pushing 4K at all.
I don't. That seems so hard, especially with that battery life. I don't know either.
Especially with
it's
the
fun
size,
to talk about.
Especially with the size of it. I mean, it's what, like maybe a foot wide with the controllers.
And then what are you
on
gonna do? You're gonna start porting your games or giving your games updates, so they'll have 4K support or something.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
4K what?
I guess 4K
4K
resolution.
4K gold.
This isn't RuneScape now. I would definitely still no. It's a no for me, Joey.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Even if leaks are accurate, I think Nintendo would be shooting themselves in the foot, releasing multiple iterations this fast. To be honest with you, with the Switch Lite, I mean, they're basically. You look at Breath of the Wild being number fucking 19 after being out for 2 years on one console, so that's impressive of itself. Because not only did it beat these games or competed with those games, it had to sell a fucking console with it.
That is true.
Yeah, so it helped with that. And when the Switch Lite got released, it lost motion functions because you can't disconnect the Joy-Con, so you can't play certain games with that anyway.
Not only that, but I got a lawsuit that went with it, so there you go.
I'm actually surprised that Smash Ultimate isn't on that list.
I mean, it's literally only a year old, so.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, it's like the.
I'm surprised Melee is not on the list now that you mention it.
Well,
yeah, wow.
Well, you know.
The GameCube, the GameCube didn't.
As much praise as we get, as like we see for that game, I still think even with all the tournaments and stuff, it's still very niche.
Fair point.
You know, it's like you got that tournament, but then again, you also had people doing like probably like Madden tournaments and stuff, and
very true.
You know, people.
But you gotta think, like I said, GameCube did not sell that well. I think it sold like 20.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
GameCube was hype.
It was.
Love my GameCube. Only Nintendo could go back to that instead of...
It probably still works.
Gimmicks?
Bro, put the controllers between your toes and play this game upside down.
Oh, Squid Man. Yeah. So I guess that about wraps up episode 20. You guys got any final notes? Anything to drop in? We hit our hour and a half. Cool. Yep.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, this will be the time where I thank all my new followers, all the people that rated me yesterday. Thank you guys. If you ever made it to the links that was probably abundant everywhere. Appreciate you checking this out if you did. I'm going to be trying to work on that Let's Play that we did. I'll be streaming still, and we're moving the dates for this podcast. They'll be going up probably Tuesday nights, Wednesday morning, just for sanity's sake, and yeah, so. But thank all you guys. Thank you, Joey, for sending in questions. We love you all, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, guys.